Excuse me. Trying to see if these. Oh, this is okay. Sync up, please. There we go. Okay, I'm trying to see. By the way, wow. Okay. Why? God. Lovely to see we're starting with this already. I don't understand this thing at all. Okay, is it working? I don't know, we're 30 seconds in. It seems like it might be working. I don't know anymore. I hate it when slushies are mostly ice. Anyway. I think we're finally good to go. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. I'm gonna just go. I am aware that there's currently nobody here, but for those of you watching later, my apologies for the problems. Tomorrow daylight. It's probably gonna start a cutscene right now then. Oh hey Dan, how's it going? It did not, it said 0 as at the moment. Excuse me, take my order. Can you, Billy? Are you capable? Wait, you want me to take your order? Ha, you're such a jokester. Come on, bud, you've been here enough to know the drill. You know I'm not good at taking orders, don't you? Oh my god. Huh? Are you serious? Excuse me, can I borrow him for a minute? Oh, really? Yeah, I figured. Billy, what are you doing? Just take the order! Oh, nice timing. Impa and I here will be taking your order. Nice buck passing. Wow, what? Where are you going? Sorry, the table was... This is the order for that table over there. Ah, what's happening over there? Everyone looks mortified. Billy, what are you doing? This place is really falling apart. Shut up, Billy! Hey, is my order ready yet? I've been waiting forever over here. This sounds like a typical day. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it just came out. I'll go check for you. This is unbearable! I think that's the voice I had from last time. How can these people allow themselves to be so inefficient? They can't even handle simple tasks! The robots could have all of this done in no time at all! You all really... You guys can't ever do anything right. Why are you all still like this? Who was talking? Oh, there's someone else here around here with some SIDS, eh? Hey, is that Dr. Zeph over there? I've been found! Hey, Dr. Zeph, where are you going? Please, leave me be! Oh, it's you. That's just plain rude. Didn't you want to treat a friend? Silas? Oh, I didn't recognize you. What? Even with that laser vision of yours? Silas, my dear, what a surprise! Hi, Lucola. How have you been? I've been well, thanks for asking. It seems you're already acquainted with our mechanical friend here. Yep, we've been acquainted for a while, actually. We seem to share interest in getting excited over stupid topics. I love how, I love how the everything in the cafe is just grinded to a halt while these two talk, or these three, I guess, because everyone in the back is just staring. Everyone. Stupid topics. This old man really likes to say bad things about people. You know, the things like humans are stupid, robots are inefficient, robots are better, stuff like that. You're making it sound like I'm only the one saying these things. You always talked about humans being non-magical scum. Or am I mistaken? Those were your words, were they not? I was a dummy back then. That was the old me. I love how dummy is the word choice. I respected Dr. Zeph because he wanted to get rid of his human self. But that little screwball, he tried to get in the way of Dr. Zeph's plans. Wait, who? It was hard for me to forgive that thing. Even looking at his face just... oh my gosh, me off. What is this game rated again? I feel like I need to look at the box. You know his name? You know... What's his name again? You know, your assistant. That thing is not my assistant. That's why I fired that useless fool. You fired him? I know we were both a little annoyed, but that was a little excessive, no? Because I think I understand his intentions now. I don't think he's as useless as you think. Still, if you're talking to a genius, and this genius says he's useless, you should at least consider the possibility that he isn't. If I say he is, then he is! This is objective truth that is not up for consideration! If you won't even consider it, maybe you aren't the genius you think you are. Listen, that clunky dummy is not so... Not another word! I will not hear it! Dr. Zeph, be reasonable. Huff! I do not know what happened to you, but you used to be much more sensible in the past. How unfortunate. Dr. Zeph, where are you going? Your meal is ready. Huff, I am not feeling well, and I can't bear to look at the bio-slop. Excuse me! Oh my, hang on. Dr. Zeph, you need to cut the crap. Humans are not this terrible. Take it from me. I used to hate them. Huff! This conversation is useless! So rude. I probably would have kicked him out of the cafe by now. Alright, next story segment is tomorrow the daily. So, let's go out and do some things. Oh, everything's lagging out. The game is loading itself in after that cutscene. I love how the back of this cup says, Arby's is delicious. Trademark. Copyright, whichever it is. You have to copyright the fact that you're delicious? Anyway. Bit of a slower, shorter stream tonight because I mostly just wanted to finish this chapter. I don't know how long this particular one is going to finish taking. I think I got too close to half of it. Yeah, I think I'm just under half, so Arby's is delicious. I probably shouldn't have gotten the large combo, though. I feel almost too full. I didn't eat that much today, though. Especially since today was probably a little tougher than it probably. Oh shoot! What are you doing? Probably a little longer, a little tougher than it probably had to be. Why are you? I don't want you to mow. I want to ride. Why are the inputs so bad for this game? Pack a carrot. All right, let's fly. I don't know if it's the frame rate or what it is, but why does it seem so inefficient on the Switch for a game that looks like this? This must be using a lot more processing power than it appears. Because, good grief, it doesn't look like it should be that difficult. It's a pretty small game. I'm having trouble seeing anything. Oof. I hear the PS4 and Steam versions of this game don't have the same problems that this one does. So chalk one up for Nintendo getting another, you know, lower quality port than the rest of them. I don't know if it's maybe the recording software as well. I'm not sure. It could be a number of things. Why is there no items? But even if the frame rate's a little below what it should be, you expect that almost from a Switch port, because Nintendo systems just aren't as strong. But freaking input. Excuse me, my nose is a little bit congested. The pollen, I think, really got to me earlier this week. I'm not sick, but I've got just bad congestion. But I just feel like there's very little excuse for. Would I recommend the game? Yes and no. Definitely do not pay full price for it. I think the game itself, it was normally valued at $60. I think they've dropped the value of the game by $30. So I think now the suggested retail price, I think, is $30 new. So obviously buying it digitally is not good, because they still charge $60 on digital. I don't know why they do that. I feel like at that point it should be on a permanent sale, but who knows. But I think for $30, it's definitely still a good game. But I don't think it's necessarily for the type of game that it is. I don't think it's well suited for long play times. Probably more for like shorter bursts. It has a kind of elements of it feel kind of like it has almost like a mobile game feel to it. It doesn't quite feel like a mobile game, but I feel like elements of it kind of have that appearance. But for a game for the Switch, it definitely is a kind of pick up and play type of play style. I think that suits this game. So I think, while granted the Switch port may not be the best port, it's probably the best system. But that's my opinion. I haven't properly played any of the other versions, because I'm not a reviewer that makes his living off of buying several copies of the same game. Says the person who was going to drop money on Persona 5 if it came out on the Switch, even if it wasn't the Royal. So, maybe I'm part of the problem. It's definitely not super complicated, but at the very least, it rolls out a story kind of consistently, and it's funny. It's again, I think it's probably better for people who probably don't play large amounts of a game at once. Because I think the pacing of the game suits better for kind of a almost like a hit and run style where you just kind of play on and off. Oh god! I hate that. That I don't know if that's supposed to be a design flaw, but god, to me it is. Frickin' the Zuchis can just climb up anything if it's a lower level. I hate that. That can't be. That has to be a design flaw. I mean, they're also stupid enough to walk into rocks and get themselves killed. But still. The thing is that the problem I think I have with some of the issues is not that those problems are really bad or really deterring, but the fact that it's technically a full retail price game, or it was anyway, and from a well-known developer, I believe the creator of Harvest Moon, or at the very least someone who had a major involvement with it. I'm pretty sure it was the creator. And it lacks a fine polish. It feels like it was like near finish, and then it got rushed out before it was fully done. That's the impression I get from it. Because certain things, like the buttons not, the jump, like the character not jumping right, the buttons not, the commands you have, like for the dragon to do. Of course, it gets stuck up there. Things like things getting stuck on the walls. It feels like something you'd expect out of something from the Nintendo 64 and maybe early GameCube era in terms of glitches and bugs. And I know I'm sounding overly critical of it, but I guess I do that when I'm asked my opinion of something. Can I please just okay? That's not what that has nothing. I enjoy it, but I feel like it lacks depth. It feels almost, what I was trying to say is it feels almost kind of like a small-time indie game, but yet made from a large well-known developer, which is the problem I have with it. If this was an indie game from a company's first game or something, I look past the bugs and, think this is amazing, and it's still a good game. And maybe it's not meant for someone like myself who plays large amounts. It definitely has an indie game feel, but I like that. I think it's kind of charming. But again, for a well-known developer, I feel. Oh God! See, and then I don't know when this. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know when it started happening, but oh my god, this feels. It is definitely 100% unpolished. I feel like this had to. Okay, stop that. It had to have been rushed to market. It had to have been. Or maybe it's just the Switch version is very unpolished, because I haven't played the Steam or PlayStation versions. I feel like when you're a Harvest Moon creator, or something, or that's where your history came from, you think your home console, the Nintendo, would probably have the better, more polished port, but it feels like it probably isn't. Maybe the game plays better on Steam and PS4. Dan, well, weirdly enough, Matt apparently says that by looking stuff up, that apparently the other versions are better. They have less bugs in them. So yeah, imagine that. That it's Nintendo gets the bottom of the barrel again when it comes to the polish. But I still feel like that really shouldn't be the case. For an indie game, I'd expect it. For an indie game, like, I'd expect it. Like, wouldn't expect much. Thanks, Matt. I wouldn't expect much, coming from it. But since it is from a well-known developer / creator, I tend to expect a little more. So, and don't let me give you the impression that this game is bad and I don't like it. I like it, and it's not bad, but it's a little buggy, at least the Switch version is, and a little unpolished. And there really isn't a reason for it to be. And that's the problem. That's weird. I didn't get the end of the day notification, did it? Oh my god. See, I mean, I'm just trying to get on the dragon. Did I not sell anything today? Oh, there it is. I wonder why that was 20 in-game minutes late. I guess, even though it's not entirely the same thing that this judge is standard by, but, that almost would be like if you got a brand new Zelda game, but because it was rushed to market, it played kind of buggy, and a little, like, it feels like the buttons don't always do what they should. And while, yeah, it'd still be a good game because it'd be a Zelda game, you know, why is that a thing? Why do the enemies respawn? They're not supposed to do that. Just FYI, they never used to respawn. I'm thinking it must have something to do with the enemies being there when you're on foot, and then when they're also there when you're on the dragon, so getting off the dragon respawns the enemies? That's the only thing I can imagine. But sometimes they just respawn for no reason. And depending on the situation, I don't mind. Just it's more items to harvest. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. I can't imagine it's supposed to. But overall, yeah, it's probably worth a good $25-$30 if you like something laid back to play from time to time, because this definitely feels like a time to time type of game. And honestly, if I wasn't streaming it, I probably would play it a lot more infrequently and kind of a hit here and there. Because it definitely fits a kind of a niche in a well. Has it been that bad? I'm not sure, it might be on sale in the eShop right now, but I think GameStop has it physical constantly for sale. You fluffed! Dr. Zeph? Are you low on stamina again? I was wondering this might happen since you left here yesterday without eating. Darn, it's my head. It's not working. Come on, stupid brain. Oh, what is that last part? He said that he needs to hurry and robotize his brain. Robotize his brain? He can't be serious. Wait, what? He wants to mechanize his brain too? I don't understand. Yep, but now he wants to replace his human brain with a robotic one. Good grief. That should have been obvious. Dr. Zeph, you can't do this. If you do, you won't be human anymore. Oh, nice. He says that we shouldn't get in his way, that he won't let anyone stop him anymore. How can you understand? This is beginning to make sense. What do you mean? From everything we've gathered, it seems like someone in Dr. Zeph's lab tried to stop him from doing this. They must have seen that he was becoming unhinged. They must have felt like this was a bad idea, too. He says they got in his way every time. That's why he ran off. He says he needs stamina. He wants some kind of meat dish. What the demanded customer? Then I'll make him the LDC specialty, meat juices stick. Since when is that the specialty? I've never made that. Lucola, I think you're making stuff up again. It looks delicious, but... Oh, there, it has been consumed. It was disgusting this time too. finish it all? It was delicious, right, Dr. Zeph? He just said it wasn't. It was okay. I give you that, but it was hardly enough. In any case, all of you are clamoring and running around to make this one dish is quite ridiculous. Your workflow here is so different from my research lab. So many unnecessary movements, so wasteful. But why do I feel this way? I don't understand this. Understand what, Robo Gramps? Why have I stayed here for as long as I have? This baffles me. Are you stumped, old man? Don't worry, he's feeling grouchy. Huff! Do not speak to me as if you know something that I do not. Hey, Triple, how's it going? Well, I'm not a genius, but maybe you actually derive some comfort from being here. It is a nice place, you know. Well, he's gonna get mad. Impossible! Weren't you trying to run away from someone? If you didn't like it here, you would have already left, right? So simple. He's like, oh, me having an epiphany. Is that how the cutscene's gonna end? I guess it kind of makes sense. Oh no, it's still going. Lucola. Everyone's just oh my gosh! It's a little robot! Oh, are you Triple? Whoa! Chichikata! Chichikata! What is this thing? Did it just scan the room? Chichikata! Chichikata! It appears to be. Maybe it's some kind of reconnaissance robot. Man, Lucola knows so many things. He doesn't act like he would half the time, but he does. Wonder where it came from. Maybe there's something here that he needs. He looks like he's a pretty shabby robot too. Chikatata, chikatata. That noise is so odd. It's like it's saying cheta. I think it's talking. Chitakata, 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 chitakata. I wonder what this fellow is saying. I think it's asking where the professor is. How do you understand robot? Do you that's not creepy at all. The professor? Wait, you can understand it? That's impressive. I mean, I know you guys are part dragon, but I wouldn't have guessed you speak robot. Chitakata, chitakata. Sounds like he's in a big hurry. I have to find him. If I don't, I just have to. It'll be a disaster if I don't. It's not. Wait, how can a robot cry? What's it doing? Oh. What? What are you doing here? Dario, how did you find this place? Chitakata, chitakata. He's like ignoring him. No, I'm not going back. Go back to where you came from, you useless heap of bolts! So this is that person you've been hiding out from, Dr. Zeph? He's such a cute little robot! Cute, I think the word you're looking for is clunky. My gosh, what is this nonsense? Oh, that's a weird way for the scene to end. Why you go sleep then? Maybe I will later. I gotta go get ingredients because no one else is gonna do it. Have a good night, Triple. Already in unexplained amount of time. If you're still hanging around, Dan, I think another thing I have with this game is that it kind of feels like it's too... I don't know if easy is the word I'd say, because, I mean, it's not really the type of game that would have a real difficulty, but, like... It's not challenging really at all. Like, it's only really difficult once, like, you get later into the game, and you have more dishes and more customers, so more people are eating the menu. But and if you're not out collecting stuff efficiently by this point in the game, a customer gonna leave angry, so you're not gonna, they're not gonna be able to be served. The thing is, there's no money in the game, And not that that's really an issue, but it's like there's no repercussion for the restaurant doing bad. It just kind of like waits for you to make the restaurant good. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. It feels like, oh, I got a recipe for strange black liquor. That's kind of gross. I mean, I guess technically, I mean, I don't fully know yet, but I feel like, honestly, at this point, if there was more to the mechanics, I would have figured it out by now. I feel like I'm probably over 20 hours, and actually, I'm not sure how many. It might even be 30 at this point. I'm not 100% sure how many hours I'm into this game. I feel like, basically what I'm saying, I feel like the difficulty progression is not very high. And that, I see, for example, the staff's slacking, but nothing's really as bad's gonna happen. Because it's like there's no repercussion for being, you know, subpar. Oh no! Made my food. I mean, I'm guessing so. I don't know how many chapters, or well, the game's story chapters are left after I finish all the people chapters. Because the point of the game is to raise the dragon healthy and strong, and so that you can wake up your mother from some kind of weird dragon coma. But and that just kind of happens on its own, though. But like, I guess maybe the charm is supposed to be in just managing it for fun. And being able to create new dishes, because you have to go out and hunt that stuff and explore. The problem is, I feel like it's so hard to explore because the game world opens up to you so slowly sometimes. But then again, I don't know yet. I don't know if anything else happens afterwards. Part of me is thinking no, because maybe to help justify the price drop, it's not actually long enough to be a full-length game. I don't even really truly know. Sometimes it feels like I have more negatives to say than positives, but I do still like the game. It's just like... But to be fair, I didn't really... Oh, it fell off the edge. I didn't really think the game would really be challenging in the first place. I think in the later chapters, if you really do nothing, then, like, obviously, I think the game kind of slows down. But it feels like even when you have a bad satisfaction ranking, it doesn't seem like it affects anything because the satisfaction stays exactly where it is until it begins to rise. It doesn't backpedal. Which I feel like the game would be difficult because at some points it gets kind of difficult to manage both the cafe management as well as gather everything. Because you have to only you can do the gathering. And the little farms, fish and crop farms don't really give you a whole lot. So you really have to go out and get the stuff yourself. To keep the customers happy, you kind of have to keep adjusting the menu based on the ingredients you have, which I didn't have to do until much later, because I could always collect enough stuff, but the further you get to the game, the more customers you have, so the more food you make, so the more ingredients you need. So I do kind of wish they took kind of like a Harvest Moon approach to it, and like made you have to grow the stuff yourself, and maybe like go out there, find new crops, but then have to create seeds out of them to grow them yourself? I don't know. Like, still being able to salvage, but also be able to create it yourself. And the garden feature is kind of very basic. I know I'm running out of ingredients. I was just saying that. Stop! That's the mean. I feel like if they make a sequel or a second installment in the game later, which I don't know if I can see happening truly, because I don't hear a lot of people talk about this game. But I feel like definitely making it have some more... Because I thought it was going to be kind of a Harvest Moon slash adventure slash cafe management type of hybrid game, which honestly doesn't sound bad on paper, but this feels super bare bones, like it's kind of early on or something. If they do plan to implement more of that kind of stuff into it, I mean, I would definitely buy it and play it, because that sounds fun. What this game does really get right is just the little stories it has. I almost want to say it's designed for a younger audience in mind, but then the characters start swearing randomly, which doesn't really make sense to me. I'd almost rather it not be that, just so that it can be fully kid-friendly, because it feels like then it would feel like the target audience is children, which would explain away the difficulty, which doesn't bother me, really. I don't mind games being easy as long as they're still fun. Like, I mean, that's like the entire Kirby and most of Yoshi's franchises. Easy but fun games. You're like, oh, it's not made for you. It's made for children. But it doesn't really feel like that children are the target audience, so therefore... But anyway, I got sidetracked. Like, the stories that the game's characters tell, like each various ones, they feel like they always have very nice... They're obviously mostly funny, but they actually kind of have a message to them that could be applicable in real life, which I do like. And they're nice little stories, and I think if they're for kids, then they actually can have like a pretty positive message, and each story chapter seems like it deals with a different issue. And I like that a lot. The problem is like it feels like also the game has an identity crisis when it comes to that, because if it's for kids, but adults can enjoy it, that's good, but then I don't know. But then again, I guess maybe they expect... maybe kids these days to not care about language. Again, this is probably the home country is Japan, so perhaps it was just translated literally, and maybe Japanese kids don't care about that as much. I have no clue. What am I out of? What ingredients am I out of? Oh, I'm almost out of eggs? That doesn't sound right. I almost never run out of that stuff. Oh, okay. Pets. I'm not sure. I think the end result of my analysis is I'm confused. Also, I feel like even though you obviously get to see more of this game's world as the dragon grows, so you can progress more. You know, that's the roadblock, is that you need the dragon to be able to grow older to progress through the areas. But then the problem I feel like after that point is the world's already kind of small. It feels very small once the dragon is at this stage, because you can just kind of fly everywhere pretty quickly. But what was I zoned out for a second. I mentally just blinked. It's been a long day. What was I saying? Give me a second. My thought will come back to me. I was on a train. I got off. These things are really, really dumb. I have no clue what I was going to say. Get off the dragon! I completely lost my train of thought entirely. I think maybe what I was trying to say is the game feels like it suffers from an identity crisis in a way, where it's like it's trying to do different things, maybe from a gameplay standpoint, and it feels like it's not properly succeeding at all of them, or enough of them, maybe. What the heck did he do? Where's Clunky Bot going? I told him I've lost something out in the forest. Oh, maybe we can go with him. No need for that. Why not? That's a lot of ground for that little robot to cover. I didn't actually lose anything out there. What? That's right, kids. While he's out on a wild goose chase, poof, I'm going to disappear. Why are you still trying to run? He came all this way just to get you, and you're just gonna run away again? That poor little robot. You're sympathizing with that hunk of junk? There's nothing poor about him, he's just a stubborn machine. Seems like he's just trying to help. Have you seen the way he tries to thwart my plans? Helpless hunk of junk, stupid cheetah. Cheetah? That's what it's called? Or is it cheetah? Indeed, cheetah is the useless, stupid subject of the robot. Why do you hate cheetah so much? Or cheetah, whatever. Are you seriously asking me this, child? Yes, we want to know. Or you want to know. No one else has spoken, right? I guess I've spoken now. Cheetah was the first robot I created. It was an inspiring day of personally, the day he was made. I created him to work with me as my assistant, but I quickly realized that he was useless and I discharged him. Discharged? It means he fired him. Dang it. Oh my god. What happened to the frames? My god, I hope that actually wasn't gone for too long. Discharged? It means he fired him. It means he fired him. Sorry, I was stuck in another voice. But he looks like such a hard worker. Rim, what do you think of Cheetah? I think he's brilliant. Is there something wrong with your eyes? You might want to see a doctor. He was a complete failure. There are several more efficient robots in the lab now, and a piece of junk like Cheetah isn't necessary. But he was unusual. He would often try to help me, sometimes disobeying protocol to do so. Is this how the scene's gonna end, or are we loading to a different part? Oh, we're loading. Alright then, it's time I leave. Dr. Ziff, you could have left a long time ago. Are you stalling for some reason? You said all those things about Cheetah, but you actually seem a little worried. That robot did travel pretty far all by its lonesome. Quiet! I was only resting! Cheetah, 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 Cheetah! Cheetah, Cheetah, Cheetah! Oh my gosh, it's so cute. What? Chikata! I can't even read that. How is it? What is that thing? I don't know what it is. What's Cheetah saying about? What's Cheetah saying, Robot Whisperer? He said that he found what Dr. Zeff lost out in the forest. Wow, you were able to find such a small boat out there, Cheetah? I never dropped anything out there. I was lying about that. You just went out there and assumed that this belonged to me. You really are a useless piece of junk. Oh, don't be... What do you mean? I have no need to take a closer look. I already know that it doesn't belong to me. Or... What? This is my boat! Wow. So what were you saying is you really did have a loose screw. Ha! Good one, Billy. Huff! How could this have happened? How did I not see this? Looks like you will be staying here a little longer, right, Dr. Ziff? I hope it isn't too hard to fix. My gosh, she looks really, really panicked. That's amazing. That is mine! So much for being useless. Okay. Ah, stop. Where did it go? Oh my god, it's jumping everywhere. Dr. Zeff's stamina. We'll probably need to make him his dish soon. Yeah, it's getting closer up there. Got anything? Cheetah seems a lot more like a human than Dr. Zeff. It's endearing how he wants to care for Dr. Zeff, isn't it? No, he can't move lumber yet. He can move with dust or whatever those piles are. I refuse to acknowledge that stuff that the dragon can destroy as lumber. It looks nothing like it. It's just like a pile of dirt. Cheetah is such a cute robot. A lot of things. I love the freaking dragon maneuver they go on everything. If it doesn't make sense. Like, oh, you want to catch more fish or catch fish? Just throw some dragon maneuver in the water.